Happy holidays, everybody. Go Burns. Hope you had a great holiday season and are getting ready for 2018. And a few years ago, early on in the channel, I dabbled a little bit in machinimas. Most of them were like really silly and stupid and one and dones. But there was one that I actually made a series of sorts that I'm quite proud of. It has a special place in my cold, frosty heart. The Sandy Shore Snowman. And I realized that the episodes are already on the channel and the Sandy Shore Snowman playlist. But I decided, as a special holiday treat from me to you, in case you didn't get a chance to watch those yet, to take all those episodes, put them together into this movie of sorts. So anyways, hope you got some popcorn, some hot cocoa, nachos, or some snacks. Sit back and enjoy the Sandy Shores Snowman Anthology. And if you want more episodes, hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section, because you never know. One day, somewhere down the road, sooner or later, I may do a Sandy Shore Snowman revival. Alright, I may not.
There's a legend around this town about a man who's not really a man. Some say he comes from the north, as in North Yankton. Others say he is a failed experiment at Humana Labs. Others insist that he's an escaped convict from Bolingbroke. Others say he's actually a secret lizard man for the New World Order. While others say that he's half man, half snowman. And yet others say that in a holiday season not so long ago, he had a very bad batch of meth that drove him mad! Thus, the Sandy Shore Snowman was born, wreaking terror on this sandy community on the shores of the Alamo Sea, where he stalks his prey, wreaking havoc on the local populace, terrorizing farmers, junkies, drug dealers, Australian war veteran, and middle school dropouts have all been victims of his wrath. Some say he is simply a legend to scare tweakers. Many dismiss the existence of the Snowman, claiming that it's nothing more than a publicity stunt to bring up tourists from Los Santos. But hipsters, hitchhikers, and alien abductees alike all believe in the legend of the Snowman. Most are so shocked to see him approach them that they don't even move, trying to tell themselves, "No, that's not the Snowman. There's some guy wearing a mask and a plastic hatchet. He can't be real. No, he can't be," before it's too late and the Snowman slams the hatchet into their skull. And the others flee in terror, hoping to escape the Snowman. But alas, they cannot. No one knows why the Snowman does what he does. Is it out of spite, revenge, or is it just because he loves to kill? Eventually, the Snowman's reign of terror came to an end at the hands of the sheriff's department. He fled, trying to escape them, but alas, went into the Alamo Sea, drowning to his doom. Or did he? So the next time you decide to take a little trip up to Sandy Shores to go fishing off the shores of the Alamo Sea,
You got some nerve!
be watchful of the water, because you never know when the Snowman might just return. Not so long ago, in the town of Sandy Shores, the Snowman wreaked havoc on the small community by the Alamo Sea, terrorizing the citizens and tweakers and junkies, slaughtering them left and right. His reign of terror continued until law enforcement caught up with him and drove the Snowman into the Alamo Sea. But unfortunately for the citizens of Sandy Shores, he survived. The snowfall should have been the first warning of the snowman's imminent return to sandy shores, but the citizens laughed it off, saying it was just a freak of nature, global warming, or perhaps even weather weapons being tested by the shadow government. But they were all wrong, as the Sandy Shore Snowman returns. One of the benefits of being a snowman is that half of you is made of snow, therefore capable of reconstituting the rest of you that was drowned by the Alamo Sea. Snowballs of death were also a lethal weapon employed by the snowman on his foes, luring them into a false sense of security until they are hacked and slashed and gouged into tiny little pieces like leftover turkey or ham after Christmas dinner. As the bodies piled up once again, the citizens of Sandy Shore banded together and put a bounty on the snowman, hoping to send in mercenaries from Merryweather and other shady organizations that might just be capable of stopping this snowy menace. Sadly, all the bake sales and meth sales were not enough to raise the money necessary for real professional mercs to come into Sandy Shores and disperse the snowman once and for all. And even more residents of Sandy Shores were chopped down where they stood, some bravely trying to fight the snowman, but to no avail, as the snow made him more powerful, potent, virile, destructive, and bloodthirsty than ever before. Or it could have been the steroids the snowman was on that made him so much more deadly. And when the night fell over Sandy Shores, the snowman needed to go to the convenience store and deal with the panhandlers and the foreign convenience store clerks that were here on limited visas, who came looking for the American dream, only for his life to end in a nightmare made of snow, as the snowman turned Sandy Shores red with blood. And as the dawn broke over Sandy Shores, law enforcement finally had enough and pursued the snowman once more, as the snowman fled once again, hoping to escape, as he set his eyes on a larger prize to the south of Los Santos, also buried in snow, ripe for the pickings, to face his axe and snowballs. All the reality stars, the celebrities, the gangbangers, starlets, hipsters, co-eds alike, in their darkest dreams could not imagine the terrible snowstorm preparing to head towards them, up from Sandy Shores. But as escape seemed almost certain, the snowman met a fiery end. Or did he? So the next time you're turning tricks in a small town north of Los Santos, and you see some guy walking up to you in a snow mask, asking for a freebie or handsy, don't turn him down. Don't be rude, because you never know when that man in a mask may actually be yet the snowman once more reincarnated through the power of the snow. And by denying the snowman a happy ending, you have most certainly ensured that he's gonna give you an horrific ending. The man who wasn't quite a man, but actually a snowman, terrorized Sandy Shores. His reign of terror unleashed upon the populace like a tidal wave crashing from the Alamo Sea. No one could stop him, not even the local law enforcement. The waters of the Alamo Sea could not drown him, and the fires of the gas station could not destroy him, for water always turns back into snow. As a blizzard once again descended upon San Andreas, the snowman made his way south to prepare to unleash his full fury upon the city of Los Santos, who had heard rumors of the devastation and destruction carried out in Sandy Shores by a snowman who could not be killed. But perhaps in the city of saints, the snowman might just rest in peace. peace. Within moments of his arrival, the Snowman began slashing citizens and tourists in Los Santos alike, without mercy, hesitation, or discrimination. For the Snowman might have been white as snow, but he was not racist, sexist, bigamist, or any other ist, for the Snowman was an equal opportunity murderer. But the LSPD were quick to act and kill the Snowman. Or did they? To the horror of the one time, the Snowman could not be killed with mere bullets, for he was more than just a man. He was a snowman, incapable of being destroyed or dispersed or dehydrated. He continued his wrath and fury, unleashing his blood-soaked hatchet upon all who stood in his way. Even those who ran in terror were not safe from the Snowman. Innocent paramedics, EMTs, and first responders were also cut down. Through the power of the blizzard, the Snowman developed a new ability: explosive snowballs, thus blasting the valiant men and women of the LSPD who stood up against the Snowman to smithereens. The explosive snowballs made the Snowman even deadlier and dangerouser than ever before. But the Snowman was killed in the blast, or was he? Reconstituted once again by the snow, the Snowman became more powerful, more deadly, more dangerous, more destructive, with more explosions that could rival even Michael Bay's biggest budget films. But despite how many times the LSPD killed the Snowman, he just reformed again and again. To everyone's horror, the Snowman descended upon the Maze Tower, the tallest building throughout San Andreas. Helicopters were destroyed as quickly as they were dispatched to stop the Snowman. Realizing they couldn't stop him, the LSPD retreated. With no one to stop the Snowman from burying San Andreas forever, he began to celebrate by drinking. But without even realizing it, the Snowman had sealed his fate with alcohol, which unfortunately for him doesn't mix so well with water, and thus he fell. Just as it seemed that all hope was lost for the citizens of Los Santos and throughout the rest of San Andreas, the Snowman descended off the Maze Tower, plummeting to his ultimate demise. Water could not drown him, fire could not burn him, bullets could not kill him, but it was alcohol of all things that sent the Snowman to his final rest. Looking back, we see the sad, tragic life of the Sandy Shore Snowman, who came allegedly from North Yankton to make a better life for himself, but through a series of unfortunate events that'll most likely be played out in an origin story, he was transformed into a snowy fiend that tweakers, hipsters, gangbangers, tourists, and cops in their worst nightmares could not even possibly begin to fathom. And as the snow returns to Los Santos near the end of 2015, many fear that it will usher in the rebirth of the Snowman from the grave. We are gathered here to say goodbye to the Sandy Shore Snowman, whose reign of terror began in a small town by the Alamo Sea and ended in the city of Los Santos in a blizzard of death, destruction, and despair. Ultimately, he was stopped by his own addictions. But where did he come from? Who was he before he became the man that was not entirely a man? Where does his story begin? Where did he come from? Who was he before he donned this mantle of the Snowman? Here we will discover the truth, his history, his backstory, his legacy, the road that brought him here to becoming the Sandy Shore Snowman. This is his origin story. Our tale begins in North Yankton. On a small hemp farm is where Manning Snow was born to the struggling farmer Jasper and his mail-order bride. Jasper wanted his boy to go into the hemp farming business, but Manning had bigger dreams and ambitions beyond this small hemp farm. and beyond the snowy state of North Yankton. Then one night, Manning said goodbye to his small little hemp farm, goodbye to his father as he took the family heirloom hatchet with him, leaving behind the family farm and state that he had grown to loathe so much. Manning saved up just enough money to get a flight out of North Yankton. The trip would be long and arduous for Manning Snow. Delays, cancellations, more delays, but he was determined to leave his past behind him in the hopes of finding a bright future in the city of Los Santos. Movie stars and plastic and gangbangers and hipsters. Manning Snow had finally arrived to fulfill his dream in going into the adult entertainment industry. And the warmth on his face shined so brightly, with no trace of Snow or his nagging parents anywhere near sight. Manning Snow finally felt like he had arrived. And even though he failed to make it in adult film, Manning Snow found an even more lucrative career: crime. Soon after adopting the alias Red Stocking Mask, Manning rose up in the criminal ranks, from muggings to carjackings to armor truck robberies to holding up liquor stores. As the money came rolling in, Manning Snow really felt like that he had found his true calling in life, and he was determined to make it big in the underworld of Los Santos. As the money stacked up, Manning was able to buy sweet properties, fast cars, Corinthian leather, the best threads, and of course the lovely ladies of Los Santos, who quite literally could not keep their eyes or hands off Manning Snow. Was it his North Yankton accent, was it his manly physique, or was it the dollar bills in his pockets that drove the women to him? All that mattered to Manning was that he had finally made it. VIP status at the Vanilla Unicorn, slamming down drink after drink after drink, while throwing tons of money at the women with plastic upgrades, swinging around on a pole and showing all they got to Manning Snow. But the small-town farm boy from North Yankton developed an Achilles heel in the form of alcoholism. As time progressed, Manning became consumed by alcohol, having to continue to quench his thirst with an insatiable appetite for booze. Manning's little problem started to have a really negative effect when it came to his job performance. When he was sober, Manning Snow did just fine, robbing and looting and carrying on, making money for his bosses, but once he started touching alcohol, he could not stop, which became very apparent in the infamous Pisswasser raid, when Manning was unable to successfully deliver a truck of Pisswasser beer. Manning's boss was disappointed and furious with him, forcing Red Stocking Mask to flee the scene before he got a cap in his ass. In order to make things right, Manning had to find himself a big score. His answer was the ornate bank. Manning assembled a crew, came up with a heist plan, but it all went wrong. The LSPD were onto him before he even got to the helipad to steal a helicopter. Who talked? Who let the LSPD know what Manning Snow was up to? Was it delinquent blood talks, dog chase, Val Derrick, aced gamers, or did Manning simply let it slip to one of the lovely ladies who happened to be a snitch during a drinking escapade? Manning tried to flee the cops, but he wasn't a very good pilot, was forced to bail, but his parachute broke and fell into a batch of chemicals. The bath of experimental toxins changed Manning at the subatomic level, altering his DNA, mutating and deforming him into a creature many would come to know as the Snowman. Disoriented and defenseless, Manning had no choice but to surrender to the Los Santos police. The judge threw the book at Manning Snow, sentencing him to triple life terms for murdering police and grand theft helicopter. It seemed like Manning Snow was doomed to rot in Bolingbroke Penitentiary, always having to watch his back for a shank or a bigger prisoner wanting to make him his bitch. But then one night a prison riot broke out and Manning Snow saw his chance for freedom. After disabling an unsuspected prison guard, Manning Snow began fighting his way out of Bolingbroke, taking out prison guards and cops alike, in the hopes of escaping Bolingbroke Penitentiary and never having to bend over and pick up the soap again. No matter what happened, Manning was determined not to go back to his prison cell. Either he was going to escape Bolingbroke, or he was going out in a blaze of glory. For this was do or die for the Snowman. And with several guards and deputies dispatched, Snow made his move. Quickly jumping into an unoccupied squad car, Manning hit the gas and left Bolingbroke in his rearview mirror. The chaos and mayhem of the prison riot allowed Manning to escape into the night. Not wanting to be recaptured, Manning ditched the sheriff's car and with a new pair of clothing, along with his family's hatchet which he somehow smuggled out of prison on that night, Manning Snow became the Snowman. This poor security guard would only be the first of many to fall by the Snowman's hatchet. After acquiring a new vehicle, the Snowman would find his new home in Sandy Shores. There has been an awakening in the snow. For a year now, the Sandy Shores Snowman lay dormant 6 feet below in his grave. But with the return of the snow to Los Santos and Southern San Andreas, the Sandy Shore Snowman has awakened to once again wreak havoc upon Southern San Andreas. And this time, the Sandy Shore Snowman will not allow alcohol to destroy him. He will never return to the grave, for the past year has been miserable, while most others pass on once they die to heaven, hell, purgatory, Valhalla, Detroit, or the Phantom Zone. The soul of the Sandy Shore Snowman had become forever trapped with his body, destined to walk the earth forever. To make matters worse, while he was entombed in his coffin, awaiting the return of the snow over the past year, the Sandy Shore Snowman had nothing to do, not even basic cable to watch or reality shows. He just laid there and waited and reflected upon the mistakes that he had made the year before. His chance for ultimate glory denied. But the Sandy Shore Snowman has returned to the town that bears his name in order to avenge what was done to him by the people of Southern San Andreas, Blaine County, Los Santos County, and everyone else that gets in his way. This time, there'll be no stopping the Sandy Shore Snowman. He will wreak his snowballs upon everyone. Man and woman alike will not be spared his snowy wrath, for all will tremble before his awakening, as the power of the snow and the axe are his once more to wield upon his foes, who foolishly thought the Sandy Shoreman was buried and gone forever. For while he was in his coffin too, the Snowman came to realize that the freak accident was not that. He was always destined to go from being a simple criminal from North Yankton to the Sandy Shores Snowman. He was destined to fall into that vat of chemicals and be transformed, mutated, and re-emerged as more than a man. The Sandy Shore Snowman was now one with the Snow Force, a great power brought forth by Mother Nature herself. He had the gift of the snow, and with it embodied upon him, he could now use it to wreak ultimate havoc, chaos, death, and destruction, more so than a year before when he was first becoming attuned to his powers. The Sandy Shore Snowman is more than a man, more than snow. He is one with nature, and the great power bestowed upon him can be used to wrought hell in the form of snow and winter, bringing the Sandy Shores community and Southern San Andreas under his future snowy kingdom, riding around in his snowy golf cart chariot as those bow before him. Those who do not will be slayed, will feel his ultimate wrath and fury. For the snowman shall be the Snow King, and none shall stand in his way. Not the local residents of Sandy Shores, not the Blaine County Sheriff's Department, not the FIB, not the federal government. None will stand before the snowman, for he is far too powerful, too mighty in order to be stopped. This time, despite the fact that local authorities once again attempted to put an end to the Sandy Shore snowman with all their hopes and dreams and bullets, they were determined to kill him once and for all. And they succeeded, or did they? The problem with bullets is they don't permanently put the snowman in the ground, but he felt something in the snow. A fear far greater than alcohol or bullets. The Sandy Shore snowman started to realize that maybe, just maybe, he was not the only one that wielded the power of the snow, and that maybe there was something else out there lurking in the shadows, turning the hunter into perhaps even the hunted. For there was a far more ancient snow fiend who also possesses the power of the snow. But unfortunately for the Sandy Shore snowman, the Highlander rules apply. There can be only one snowman. The most epic snowball battle in Southern San Andreas history is about to commence, and this one will leave no survivors. It's the Sandy Shore snowman versus the Abominable snowman. An epic snowdown with snowballs as they tangle to see who has the snow force supremacy, who is the master and who is the apprentice, who is the best and who is second best. As oh no, the Sandy Shore snowman has swept away, parachuting to safety. Oh no, but the Abominable snowman has caught up to the Sandy Shore snowman, and the battle with the snowballs commence and continue. They're weaving and dodging, running up the hill, down the hill, tossing snowballs back and forth, and attempting to take each other out. A lot of people have been waiting for this match for the past 2 days, and the Abominable snowman definitely has the high ground here. Plus, he is a little bit older, a little bit longer in the tooth, so to speak. You know, at least several thousand years old, and he's really up against this newcomer. And the Sandy Shore snowman, he's only been around for about a year here in Grand Theft Auto Online, and they're fighting, they're really, really close. Oh, look at that move by the Sandy Shore snowman. The Sandy Shore snowman turns around, wallops him, and oh, the Sandy Shore snowman drops. Oh, he hits the ground, that's gonna hurt. But the Sandy Shore snowman is back in the fight as the snowballing continues between the Abominable snowman and the Sandy Shore snowman. Oh, and the Abominable snowman has taken for his blood. And now it's gotten serious. The weapons have coming out. Oh, and the Sandy Shore snowman is 0-2 against the Abominable snowman. The Sandy Shore snowman is behind big time here in this epic snowball fight of the century. Oh, and look at this. The Sandy Shore snowman is launching a comeback against the Abominable snowman. It's East versus West. The Himalayas versus Southern San Andreas. But watch out, Sandy Shore snowman. The Abominable snowman is not done with you. He's caught him. Oh no! The Abominable snowman strikes again. The Sandy Shore snowman is really getting his snowy ass kicked all the way back to North Yankton. That's right, this is the most epic snow battle in Southern San Andreas history, and you're here to watch it. What is the Abominable snowman doing? He's running! He's fleeing from the Sandy Shore snow! It was a fake out! He pulled a trickster on him! But now the Sandy Shore snowman is going to hunt down the Abominable snowman once and for all! Oh, and they've gone into a camp! What's happening here? It looks like they're being attacked by anti-snow cultists! Oh no! Sandy Shore Snowman and the Abominable Snowman are caught in the crosshairs. They're being shot at. Oh, what's the devil? Oh, shit. It looks like that this has just turned into a big battle royal. Snowman and Snowman are taking on the anti-snow cultists. Unbelievable! What started out as an epic rivalry of Snowman versus Snowman has become the ultimate team-up. The world's finest is right here, as the Abominable Snowman and the Sandy Shore Snowman have decided to put aside their differences and work together to defeat the common enemy in the anti-snow cultists, and they're taking them out. And the Snowmen are in the lead as they have laid waste to the anti-snow cultists. Unbelievable ending to this battle between Snowman, and you gotta admire these two coming together despite their differences, despite the history that these two have had over the past 2 days. And yet, look at the camaraderie, look at how far these two have come. Snowman and Snowman standing together, deciding to settle their differences in a slightly different way. Yes, that's right. This battle has yet to end as they take it to the golf course. Welcome to Los Santos Golf Course as Snowman versus Snowman to decide which Snowman is the best Snowman. The Abominable Snowman is up first, of course, and he strikes, and wow, that is a lovely hit by the Abominable Snowman. Very, very nice there. Now the Sandy Shore Snowman, who has home field advantage here at the Los Santos Country Club, will now see if he can catch up with the Abominable Snowman. Of course, the Abominable Snowman has been playing golf since golf has been around, and it looks like the Sandy Shore Snowman came out a little bit short against Abominable Snowman, aka Abe, here at the lovely Los Santos Country Club, brought to you, of course, by Sprunk. And that is the drink of golfers throughout the Southern San Andreas region at the most pristine golf course in the entire area. In fact, the Los Santos Country Club is the only golf club around here. Now the Abominable Snowman is back on the green, or the white. Yes, because the golf course is obviously covered in snow, as the Abominable Snowman sets up to putt or hit the ball or whatever he's going to do with that golf club. And that was a lovely hit by the Abominable Snowman, getting ever closer to the hole. And now we have the Sandy Shore Snowman preparing to counteract the Abominable Snowman with another swing. That was a lovely hit, but it looks bad. Oh, and he landed in the sand trap. That was not what the Sandy Shore Snowman was hoping for today. Now the Abominable Snowman has an opportunity to finish off the Sandy Shore Snowman once and for all. By the way, this snow versus snow golf match is brought to you by Burger Shot. When it's cold outside and you need something to warm your tummy, why not get yourself a flame-grilled Burger Shot today and wash it down with a delicious Sprunk as the Sandy Shore Snowman attempts to hit the green. And he's up, and yes, he has made it on the green, even though you can't see the green today. Now we're going to see if the Sandy Shore Snowman can finish off the Abominable Snowman once and for all. He putts, and oh, he just misses. Oh, the Sandy Shore Snowman must be upset by that bounce. Horrible. And now he has let himself wide open with only a bogey against the Abominable Snowman. If the Abominable Snowman sinks it here, it is over for the Sandy Shore Snowman. And the putt, and it's good! The Abominable Snowman is the winner in the Snowball Invitational.
In the final days of the snow falling upon Southern San Andreas, the people of Paleto Bay assumed that they were safe from the wrath of the Sandy Shore Snowman, but they were wrong. Per the Snowball Invitational agreement with the Abominable Snowman, the Sandy Shore Snowman would have control of the North. Blaine County was now his domain, which included the Sandy Shores region, Grapeseed, and of course, Paleto Bay. The jewel of Blaine County was now the Sandy Shoreman's plaything, as he achieved the power of the snow tank to bring about snowy destructive wrath upon the helpless citizens of Paleto Bay, always hearing rumors and tales and stories and myths regarding the Sandy Shores Snowman. His exploits in Sandy Shores and Los Santos were legendary, mysterious. Some even said works of fiction because it happened so far south. But now, to the horror of the people of this quiet mountain town of Paleto Bay, known best for its chicken factory, now they have wrought new destruction and horrors beyond all their imagining, as the Sandy Shore Snowman's power increased at the climax of the snow season here in Southern San Andreas. The noble Sheriff's Department did the best they could to try and stop the Sandy Shore Snowman's awesome snow tank, but unfortunately, they were no match to his raw snow power given to him by nature herself, as he wielded the snow and the tank and the winter all in the palm of his snowy hands. Why did the Sandy Shore Snowman hate humanity so much? Why was he willing to take such a nice, friendly town like Paleto Bay that did nothing to nobody and wreck it and destroy it and pummel it into ash and mortar and rubble? The Sandy Shore Snowman cares not whether you're a good boy or a good girl. All the Sandy Shore Snowman wants to do is inflict sheer terror with the power of the snow at his command. The explosive snowballs will destroy all in the Sandy Shore Snowman's wake. It matters not if you were a good person in life, who studied hard and made good grades and never lied, or if you were the worst of the worst. The Sandy Shore Snowman did not judge you. All he wanted to do was kill you with his snow tank, blasting you to bits, as well as wreaking havoc upon all those who stood in the snowman's way. Many in the news speculated that the reason why the Sandy Shoreman would never come back to Los Santos was because of his utter fear for the Abominable Snowman, who he obviously lost to in the Snowball Invitational. However, the Sandy Shore Snowman has respect for his snow elders, for the Abominable Snowman was ancient in legend. He was thousands of years old, all the way from the Himalayas. But the Sandy Shore Snowman, by comparison, was just a young lad, all the way up from North Yankton, and where his story began has already been told. The tale of him seeking dreams of fortune, fame, and women's in Los Santos came to a tragic end, which transformed him, mutated him, twisted him, turned him from man into snowman, as the Sandy Shore Snowman flees the Southern San Andreas authorities in an attempt to escape his fate once more. He did not wish to be sent back into the grave for another year, with no basic cable to watch, or nothing to read, not even a dictionary. The Sandy Shore Snowman had one goal that he learned from the Abominable Snowman. It was to survive at all costs. No matter what, the Sandy Shore Snowman was not going to be taken down this time. Not by the Sheriff's Department, not by the Los Santos Police Department, not by the FIB, not by the Army, not by the Illuminati or the Lizard People. The Sandy Shore Snowman must to survive. He must endure in order to have a happy ending. Not the kind of happy ending that you would get at certain questionable massage parlors, but the happy ending in which you survive to wreak havoc and terror and horror another year. As the snow begins to wane here in Southern San Andreas, the Sandy Shore Snowman feels his power starting to weaken, lessen and lessen. Though he could still technically survive without the snow, he needed colder climates to descend into. And so the Sandy Shore Snowman bolted from the shores of Paleto Bay, attempting to escape the authorities who were shooting him. However, no matter how hard the Sandy Shore Snowman tried to swim away, he was taken out and became one with the water, descending into the depths of the Pacific Ocean forever. Or was he? Southern San Andreas law enforcement might have closed the book on the sandy shore snowman, believing that eventually snow would dissolve in the water. But the snowman's snow concentration was far greater than even they ever imagined or dreamed in their darkest of nightmares. Thus, the sandy shore snowman survived and swam to cooler, icier, snowier islands north of Southern San Andreas, where he could hide and remain safe and sound for the year to come. Eventually, the sandy shore snowman will return.